Welcome to the video where I'm going to be showing you 10 untouched niche markets in 2021 and 2022 with high traffic and low competition. Now the first one we're going to be looking at today is the maternity niche. Maternity niche, as you can see, it's got an absolute ton of traffic. And we could really drill down. If we was going to build a website, we could really drill down and have either like one category or obviously many categories, and we could be a lot more specific with what it is that we're actually selling online, if you like. We could probably drill down and do like maternity swimsuits, for example, so have one site completely all about swimsuits. And rank very well for it. So if we drill down a lot further and went into swimsuits itself, we can see there just that one keyword itself has got around about 33,000 searches per month just in the US alone, and sort of globally we're looking at around about 42,000. So the great thing about maternity is obviously that it's an evergreen niche. Ever since really time began, people have been looking, to obviously look good while they're pregnant. And obviously as time's moved on as well, the development of clothing and things like that for the maternity niche has grown and grown and grown. As you can see now, there's absolutely tons and tons of very different things. Obviously swimsuits, you've got leggings, dresses, shorts, pants. I'm guessing that's like an American term for trousers, because like in the UK pants tends to be like underwear. Don't really know what maternity scrubs is, but bathing suits, overalls, obviously. Then you got the lingerie, so there's absolutely there's an absolute plethora of keywords there that you could actually tap into and go for with maternity. So that's the first one. The second one that we're going to be looking into today is the retro, and I find this one quite fascinating. Obviously we've not really drilled down too far at this moment in time, so like retro, obviously I guess Retro 5 or Retro 9, I mean, these are probably like video games or something like that. But, we could sort of drill down and go more specific. But this gives us an overall view of what the retro niche is basically showing us. But we could look at things like this, so like retro mini fridge, for example. It gets like 15,000 results just in the US a month. That's like 15,000 15,000 searches. So you could probably drill down more for the retro mini fridges, and find out all the different types. So you could have one site based purely on mini fridges, and build an absolutely fantastic site with that and do very well, because I would imagine if you again, if you drill down a lot further and done a lot more research, you could certainly find a lot more keywords just based around the mini fridge, and you could probably get this search volume an awfully lot higher. So obviously this thing like retro background, retro microwave, so again, I mean, that's not got so many searches, but it's still like 8,700, which is like pretty huge, or 13,000 globally. Like I say, it's absolutely huge in terms of just like one keyword for like microwaves. And imagine like these retro microwaves are probably like what used to be like in the 60s or 70s or something like that. So like, we've got retro TV phone holder, and that's got like absolutely, it's like zero competition according to Hrefs, and it gets like nearly 8,000 searches per month, just in the US alone. So again, that's like a really, really good niche to go into, because what people like, I mean, obviously, like niche markets, if you like, they're like marketplaces within the marketplace. And if you drill down a lot further, people, or just those people alone that like retro, they will spend absolutely any amount of money on what it is that they want. And I would imagine, like, you know, a retro fridge or a retro microwave would go for probably $200 or $300. So, you know, you're going to get quite a good commission from that. So that's like another good one. It's just like obviously the retro niche. The next one we're going to look at is board games. Okay, board games was one that kind of shocked me, to be honest with you, when I was sort of like doing research to create this content, create this video. There's actually huge amounts of traffic just for the board game niche itself. Again, so you could build a whole site all around just the different kinds of board games and stuff like that. And as you can see, although the traffic drops down quite significantly from when you get like up to drinking board games, which is obviously the highest, strangely enough, at like around about 10,000 per month. It sort of drops down significantly, but then it kind of like evens out. Okay, so once we get down to sort of like around about the 1,900, you know, this page sort of still stays around about the 1,000 mark. So, you know, you could build a site with about a good 30 or 40 or 50 pages, you know, posts in that site around about all these. Or, you know, you could have again, you could sort of drill down, and you could do something like war board games. I mean, I can't really remember a lot of the board games that we used to play with when we were kids, but you know, you got battleships and things like that. So you could have like one category all based around war games, war board games, and list all of those board games within that. So from that you could probably get around about 5 or 10 posts itself, all around just like that one category of war board games. So again, there's an awful lot of traffic there, and there's an awful lot of traffic there that's actually untapped sort of thing, because again, according to Hrefs, a lot of these are below the 10 mark. So in terms of like ranking and stuff, if you sort of like go 10 and below for your first site, for your first few posts, you're going to be able to rank very, very easily. Okay, so you know, that's kind of like one important thing to remember. I've done it at sort of like the keyword difficulty of 18 to give us still a good chance. You know, if we've got a good site and we're building upon that, you know, we can still rank for you know, those keywords that are sort of like 18 and below. And we could do like a little bit of SEO work as well, and we could make that happen. So board games again is another fantastic niche. Now I've chosen these ones, I meant to say at the start of the video, but I've chosen these ones because these ones are not what I would consider mainstream niches. Okay, people quite often talk about, you know, like the weight loss niche and stuff like that, and I wanted to choose ones that are completely random, and ones that a lot of people don't talk about. Okay, to sort of give you an example of what's out there. So the next one we're going to look at is drones, and I know this one is quite popular, but I was actually quite interested in this when I actually started doing the research, because there's absolutely sort of bang. I mean, I looked at drones a good few years ago, actually, and I did a site back then, and then flipped that site and got rid of it. Because back then there wasn't very many drones to sort of go by, but now there's absolutely tons. You got underwater drones. I didn't know you could get an underwater drone, but obviously you can these days. You know, so that's got 8,200 results US, and 10,000 globally. So we've got like underwater drones, racing drones, EXO drones, whatever that is. So whether that's you know, an actual make of them or something like that, I really don't know. You've got cat drones. I didn't know you could get a cat drone now. But you know, again, I mean, we can sort of see there's absolutely tons of traffic. You've got best drones for kids, battle drones. I can remember battle drones just starting to come out as I got rid of my site. toy drones or mini drones, UFO drones, you know, so there's absolutely huge of drones out there, you know, that you could build a fantastic site around. And again, I mean, well, you probably know yourself, a lot of these drones, just to be, you know, like just to get like a half decent one, you're looking at around about $1,000 just for a half decent one. I know there are a lot cheaper ones, but those people that are really serious about doing their drones and stuff like that, you know, they're going to be spending $1,000 plus. So again, you could make an absolute ton of commission on building a site around this. So the next one we're going to be looking at is quite a strange one, and it's biodegradable things. Okay, now I was again really shocked when I looked into this, because biodegradable garbage bags, or rubbish bags as we'd say in the UK, it gets over 37,000, so nearly 40,000 results just in the US alone. And that's absolutely huge. And obviously 42,000 globally. And again, what I find interesting about this niche here is you get really high results in the first two. So you got 37, 35k, and then we drop down to 4.3, then it gets down to it, but then it kind of levels out again. But again, because this niche itself, it's just up and coming. So more and more people are now looking for, biodegradable stuff. But look, yeah, look, it's bizarre. Like, biodegradable golf balls. I mean, why would you want a biodegradable golf ball? I'd imagine because if you lose it, it eventually disappears. So I'd imagine there must be millions of golf balls out there still hiding in the bushes somewhere, like, because they've not been found. But biodegradable confetti, glitter, grass seed mat, diapers, biodegradable diapers. So I'm guessing that's nappies. Again, I mean, I'm from the UK, so we'd sort of say nappies, we don't say diapers. Biodegradable sunscreen. So, you know, again, I mean, there's absolutely huge amounts of traffic there that you sort of get in and dominate, and build like a really good site around and do very well out of it as well, because that is an up and coming niche. So the next one we want to be looking at is meditation. Now this has got absolutely huge amounts of traffic. So obviously there must be a lot of stressed out people out there, stuff like that, who actually like meditation for music, and, you know, people doing yoga and stuff like that. But if we look, so like for meditation music, okay, it's got like 86,000 results in the US alone, okay. And globally 211,000. Okay, so that's got a keyword difficulty of 14. So, you know, again, we could build a site and we could do some good SEO work and we could rank for that. Whether we'd rank number one to begin with, I very much doubt, but there is a possibility still that we could. But I mean, obviously some of them are for YouTube, because like meditation, I know a lot of people on YouTube are doing meditation videos and stuff like that, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, there's absolutely huge amounts of traffic again for this relaxing. So a lot of it tends to be around like the music. So again, you could have a website all about meditation and music, and sort of, you know, you could monetize that through, you know, selling music and stuff like that, and obviously ads as well. So again, that's another really good one, because there's absolutely huge amount of untapped traffic there. The next one we're going to look at now, this is quite a strange one. And it's one that I've been looking at for an awful long time now, and nobody seems to be going into it, and that's sign language. Sign language, as you can see, has got absolutely huge amounts of traffic flowing to it, and it's virtually untapped. I mean, we can do the keyword difficulty of 0 on this one, for example, and you can see there's still absolutely tons and tons of traffic in there. You know, that's untapped, and this is something that you could monetize in many different ways. So obviously, like the lower competition ones sort of tend to be a little bit more obscure. You know, obviously you've got, I mean, I'm not going to say it on the video, but you got things like this on there, and like stupid, shut up, I hate you, you know, so obviously they tend to be a little bit more controversial. But again, you know, there's absolutely huge amounts of traffic to be had in the sign language niche. And like I say, I mean, you could monetize this. There are courses out there that you could, you know, sell people who want to learn sign language and make a really good kind of affiliate commission out of that. Or if you know sign language yourself, you could actually create your own course and sell that, you know, to do basic sign language and things like that. So that is like another good one. The next one we're going to be looking at is ukulele, and obviously how to play ukulele and things like that. But again, you know, this niche is absolutely huge. You know, you're getting over 10,000 hits just in the US alone, and then they do drop down. But again, on that first page, they're still staying into, you know, almost into the 3,000s. So, you know, if you play the ukulele, or even if you don't, it doesn't matter. You know, you can still build a site around the ukulele niche, and you could do very well out of it. You know, like again, monetization. You can sell courses on how to learn the ukulele. You can sell, you know, the actual instrument itself. You can sell music downloads. There's absolutely ton of ways you could actually monetize a site like that. And as you can see, there's an absolute plethora of traffic to be gobbled up and monetized. The next one we're going to look at, now this one absolutely shocked me because I kind of looked into, there's a lot more keywords you could go after. But again, we're talking about niche here, so it's just very specific. And that's aviator sunglasses. And I was like, look at all of these different aviator style sunglasses that there is. It's like people are really searching for this stuff. It's ridiculous. So Gucci aviator sunglasses, for example, okay, it's got 6.6 thousand. Now again, it may not seem like an awful lot of traffic, but this is just one specific set of sunglasses. So you could have a website based all around sunglasses, which is like obviously the complete marketplace, if you like, and then you could niche down into all the different categories. So you got, you know, like there's aviator sunglasses, for example, and I'm sure there's absolutely a ton more out there. When I done the research, there was. But like I say, you know, the thousands. Sorry, the searches for all these all tend to be like very close to like 1,000 searches. Obviously, as we get down this page, we're dropping into the 500s. But a lot of these sunglasses, again, they're going for $300 or $400, I would imagine, sort of like the Gucci ones and stuff like that. And like these Randolph aviator sunglasses, I'd imagine that's like a make or something like that. You know, so again, that's absolutely huge. You could go into the sunglasses niche and basically clear up, because you can see like this traffic, you know, even like for the Gucci aviator sunglasses, it's only got a keyword difficulty of 6. So it's all there for the taking. So the final one we're going to look at, again, this one, again, really shocked me, was beanbag chairs, okay? Beanbag chairs, I mean, who would have thought? So kids beanbag chairs, okay, 27,000 results, 27,000 search results just in the US alone, and globally 32,000. And again, scrolling down the page, you know, we get down to sort of like the 250s in that. But again, you know, this is very, very specific. So you could do, again, a site all about beanbags and do very well out of it. The traffic's there for the taking. As we can see, you know, there's not many over 10. I mean, well, obviously we've got 11 there, which is the first one, but you've got a 0, a 9, a 3, a 2, a 4, another 9. Obviously we get up to 18s and stuff like that. So obviously beanbag chairs near me, so you wouldn't really be going for that one anyway. Beanbag chairs IKEA, beanbag chairs for kids, obviously that's the same as the top one. Black beanbag chairs, okay, so a specific colour. So there's an absolute ton of keywords out there. There's a ton of traffic that you could actually go for and build a niche site around any of those ones that we've just gone through there, and do very well out of it. So thanks very much for watching the video, and I will speak to you again soon.